creeps me out that I'm turning into my father. He's got like a really thick accent. Being a foreigner will get you nowhere. If you've gotten this far, it's probably because you've done something you have to pay for. That's why they've sent you to me. You're thinking, oh shit, how can I get out of this? Well, you can't. All I can really tell you is that depending on what you've done, most likely it's going to hurt a lot. You're probably not going to like it, but I will. You should see the back room. I get to keep all the things that people take to the grave with them. It's probably a lot like you're used to. There's a place for white people, there's a place for black people, and there's a section for Puerto Ricans. And then there's a place called Other. You don't want to end up there. Maybe I'll put you in with the extraterrestrials. And then what? And then you're screwed is what? I used to call my grandmother in the middle of the night, ask her to come pick me up at Marla's downstairs basement lounge and bar, just to scare the crap out of her. Marla's is in the black section. You don't go there if you're white. You don't even go there if you're Puerto Rican. My grandfather used to say colored section, but most people nowadays are more politically correct than that. Much more enlightened. It's most likely the reason I'm here, but I'm working my way up. Or maybe it was my pizza job. When I was still in high school, Joey Samakian came running into homeroom. He was a half hour late and all charged up. Mrs. Yeagle asked him why he was so late. Turns out he was riding his bike on Route 1 when he saw Randy Blinkins giving him the finger from his Volkswagen. Randy didn't see the light change and tried to swerve out of the way. Slammed on his brakes, cable snapped, and he flipped his car over. Randy fell out of the window, just in time to get his head scrunched on the pavement and have his head crushed by his own car. So I'm thinking, bummer. Now they'll need someone to make pizza at the snack bar at the Great Eastern Food Emporium and lingerie shop. The job I really wanted was to be a garbage man. I loved the idea of riding on the back of one of those trucks and watch the garbage get squished by that thing on the back of the truck. I always thought it would be really hard to get that job. There were probably like a million other people that wanted that job. There's only room for 2 people on the platform. I used to daydream that I could take people I didn't like and squish the hell out of them in the trash compactor if I had that job. That would have been cool. My brother used to always get arrested when we were kids. He had this thing for tube tops. He'd go up to some strange woman and pull her top down from behind. He liked heavy old women. And it was usually on the boardwalk. That way he could jump over the rail, run down the beach, get lost in the crowd. It was great. It was great that he had the balls to do it. It was great that I got to see him do it. And it was great that he got arrested a bunch of times. For a skinny girl, I got to see a bunch of stuff when I was really young. For a while anyway. Well, at least I got to see a bunch of big girls up close. My aunt used to raise world champion bulldogs. Well, I guess she raised one. Her name is Sabrina. Well, my aunt's name, that is. Her dog's name was Little Spritzer III. She wanted to call it Shooter, but some German guy already had a famous dog by that name. So she named it Spritzer. She added the third just in case somebody else had already picked it. She had a wall that had all the trophies next to the bar in the basement. Well, it was all the trophies that the dog had won. They were in a glass case, and next to that was a Hula Lady floor lamp with a grass skirt. The lamp had a magnet inside it, and it would rotate, and the grass skirt would spin around her waist and look like she was dancing. And she had a guitar. My brother loved that lamp. He and my cousin put a dimmer switch on it so they could slow it down and speed it up. They always made it go as fast as they could until her skirt would fall off. What a couple of fucking assholes. I mean, just take the fucking skirt off of her if you want to see it. The thing was made out of plaster anyway. They pretended like the thing was real. What idiots. Anyway, they kept speeding it up until the thing broke. And then it wouldn't work. They burned the motor out. It would just sit there and smoke the place up. Sabina had these great shoes though. They were old-fashioned. They were turquoise with clear plastic toes and had fake red peppers glued on top. She'd always paint her toenails bright red, and then her toes would be squished into the plastic part. I wish I had those shoes today. And I know my stupid brother always got a hard on whenever she would wear them. And I know that she would wear them just to drive him crazy. She did it on purpose. And sometimes she'd wear a tube top. It was always the same. He'd check her out for as long as he could stand it, and then he would run off to the bathroom. We wouldn't see him again for an hour or so. And I never said anything. I just thought, good. It serves him right for being such an asshole. 23 of my front teeth are missing, and she's not but 14. Aha! If that weren't the prettiest babe I e'er nursed. I'd have my way by now, and if not, heads would roll. You know what that's from? It's Shakespeare, you jerk. I have this tattoo that I got when I was 11. I never show it to anyone. It's in a spot where no one can see. Where the sun don't shine, so they say. My brother started hanging around with these biker guys, and one of them was a tattoo artist. Him and his friends robbed a convenience store, and I told him if he didn't take me to go get a tattoo, I was gonna tell. The tattoo guy liked me, so he went along with it. What, you want to see it?